Hello guys, thank you for joining us today. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. This is our Bible study night, and I want to say salutations to each and every one of you guys, and thank you so much for being such a supportive tribe, for all of my Patreon, to each and every one of you guys, my respected, my biological family, as well as my spiritual family, and also to my brothers and sisters in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our lives and making it is what it is. I am here. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATR. I want to say also thank you so very, very much for each and every one of you guys that continuously to abide in the teachings that I've been distributing, and how you guys follow me. And I just really appreciate how you guys get down with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for the text messages, the encouragement, the good looking out on tonight. I would like to, first of all, let me say salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. And I also want to say hello to each and every one of you guys, to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. I am Crown Mafedifun Oya Yanza, and I'm also Crown Babalu Aye, who I'm rocking on tonight. On this Bible study, as above, so below, we're talking about mercurial energy, which is Mercury, and we utilize Mercury not only for communication and writing magic on air element, but we're also utilizing this particular element when it comes down to healing, when it comes down to conjure, when it comes down to mysticism. I do realize, brothers and sisters, that there are many people out here that want to practice the ATRs and they want to be proficient, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to put the time in. So a lot of the things that I teach on here are from a universal perspective, and allowing anybody that practice these ATRs to have a realistic view into the ATRs. But some of you guys that have been in my lives are also being a part of those lives. Took my classes, went to my website. These are the things that we talk about that are necessary for each and every person and individual that really want to learn the black arts. But I say to many of you guys, this is an opportunity for you to experience what real magic is, what real Ache is. I do realize when it comes down to social media, there are people that are serious about practicing, and there's people that have a love of the idea of doing magic. But I wanted to talk about on tonight, because this is our Bible study night, I want to talk about protecting your investment in people, places, and things. And why this is important for all of you that want to practice any form of ATR and for it to have any significance in it. The whole the mindset of investment is that you're putting something worthy into something that is worthy in order to receive a harvest. And when it comes down to spirituality, people that do not put time and energy into their education of spirituality, whether it is Ifa or Voodoo or Santeria or Lukumi, people that don't put their investment into getting themselves the things that they have need. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. And what that actually means is that in order for me to maximize my potential and my ability, what's up, my baby Scorpio? What's up, y'all? My elder son, Trey, I got my Scorpio and I got Cancer here. I was talking to my son a little earlier, and I'm going to be saying some things on tonight that may come across offensive, but it is with the intent to understand why you can't and why you will not stand up, not only for yourself, no matter what aspect of life it is, but you want to stand up for the people that you claim to love. What's up, my Stormy, my Sagittarius from Detroit? What's up, Jeremy? Thank you for joining us. What's up, my Jelly Sweet Jam? And I'm going to say some things regarding me and why some of you may see me talk or administer or handle myself. What's up there, Minister Hudson? No, that's somebody else. That's Noel. Oh, that Reverend. Okay, that is Hudson. Okay, I got you. And then that my Aquarius. And then I got my Taurus in the house. Now, I want to say before I start tonight, because this is Bible study tonight, I need you to understand why certain things are synonymous and significant for African Americans practicing the ATRs. And why some people are more profound in their magical practices versus others. And I personally have up under the notion that it has a lot to do with self-esteem. And self-esteem comes from investment. And when you invest in something, you put your time, your energy, or your resources into something that you find worthy, there's a different response. And what people fail to realize, even though I've been practicing magic since I was a child, is that I had a lot of people, started with my mother and my father, to invest in me. And what that does, and I want to celebrate Elena, sister, my Aquarius from North Carolina, her daughter, and her accomplishment, and she went to school, graduated for engineering. And I want this congratulations to be set up in something that I was talking to my son about, and why I have the outcomes that I have, and why my kids and my family members have certain outcomes. When you, what's up, my Shamari? When you don't and are not willing to protect what you invest, when you just throw a seed into the ground, when you just say things out of your mouth, so to speak, that when I speak a word, I speak words with intention of it coming to pass. When I do conjure, I invest my energy in your workings with the intention of that thing coming to pass. And then I fight for it. I breathe for it. I live for it. Because I want to see that thing come to pass. When you have root workers and conjurers and mystics and ajays that are actually investing in their spirituality, they are more prone to fight for it. So I'm going to give this example, even with my eldest son being here. You know, a lot of times, even when I got frustrated with him, when I got frustrated about when things come up, I have put so much of myself, my time, my energy. And even when he was not doing the things that I wanted him to do, or the things that I thought was good for him, I was never going to see that destroyed. I was going to see that he go through certain things in life, but I was never going to sit by as a parent and allow my son to be destroyed. I have allowed my children my son to get involved in things. He would come, Dad, I want to do this type of work in this and stuff like that. And I would let him go so far. When he got stuck, he got in a situation, he got over his head, I immediately stepped in. He's my investment. When you invest in people, places, and things, and you wonder why certain people, certain families, certain entities have certain types of outcomes, it's because that the people that invested in them are willing to fight for them. I'm going to say some things that you may not like what I'm about to say. That's why I realize why some of your businesses don't succeed. Because you have never learned. Someone told you to invest, but someone told you, but they didn't tell you that you should fight to protect your investment. I've said this many times, and I've said it over. As long as I got life, health, and strength, Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated will be fine. Because I'm going to do what it takes. I got out of the hospital, and I went and cleaned my church. I ain't fully cleaning, but I started cleaning my church. The people that are around there giving, they don't protect their investments. They don't protect the investment they put in anything. I don't understand, not only from a people perspective, I don't understand from a perspective of a place where you grew up. Like, you see no reason to fight for certain things, and it should be innate in you. But maybe I need to explain why everybody is never going to have the same outcome, because you don't believe in protecting your investment in people, places, or things. Your ngangas, your leke, whatever spiritual fetish you may have, your Bible. Like, nobody, if somebody touches your Bible, it don't disturb you. If somebody touches your sacred object, it don't disturb you. These are things that you've invested in, and you are not willing to protect them. You're not willing to stand up for them. Like, you want to be a part of a tribe that you ain't willing to protect. You want to be a part of a spiritual practice that you ain't willing to protect. You want to be a part of a coven, a elay, that you want the benefits, but you ain't willing to protect it. And you're not willing to do what it takes to protect it. I know that I have been invested into. I was talking to my son. He was explaining to me, because he had called my mom. My mom gonna go ballistic because my mom put a lot into me. It's me and my sister. Your fight game should be according to your investment. I don't care if it's Ifa, voodoo. The mere fact that some of y'all will let certain things go, I can't do that. I can't do that with Haitian voodoo. I can't do that with Santeria. I can't do that with Lukumi. I can't do that with my family. I can't do that with my children. I can't do that with my friends. If I tell you Mr. Mario has passed away since June 21st, 2023. And I am still paying homage and looking out for him and his daughter. I don't understand how you can invest in friendships. I don't understand how you can invest in things. I don't understand how you could and don't have the idea or the mindset of protecting him. Elena got a master's degree. Beautiful young lady. I mean, Natasha has done a awesome job in her investment. And what I tell women and I tell men, yes, investing in your kids is important, but investing in yourself is even more important. Because your children should be a reflection of you. And I'm saying this because if you're not gonna fight for you, you ain't gonna fight for your children. I'm not here to judge Trayvon Martin's parents, but I am here to say that there's no way that I can have Haitian voodoo in my blood, running warm in my veins. And I'm going to sit there and hear the audio of my son crying out for his life, and it go down the way it go down. Because I'm telling you, I would do whatever it takes and what's necessary. Because that's what I was raised by. I was raised by my mother, my grandmother. When I got kidnapped, my grandmother, she didn't wait on the FBI. She put out a reward for my safe return. When you come up where people are investing in you, then you are more prone to not let people handle you a certain type of way. I believe that a lot of the stuff that goes on is because of the lack of investment, whether it's parents, whether it's spiritual parents, whether it is communities not investing in the people in the community, and it is a lack of self-esteem. And I don't believe, and I know some of you don't want to hear this, but how can you be more interested and value somebody else's investment, somebody else hard working their children, but you ain't put that in your children? So you gonna do two either things. You gonna act like they treating their children better than, and try to make their children feel like they're better than other people, or you're going to celebrate other people's accomplishment and other people's investment when you have not did that investment in your own. There are certain things that my children know because I put it in them. I'm going to say that again. There are certain things that my spiritual children know because I put it in them. I have a right to debate your decision because I know what kind of information I get. Even down to my tribe, you're not going to tell me what I don't teach. You're not going to tell me what I don't give you. You're not going to tell me what I what I give you that doesn't work, because I make sure that if I build a relationship with you, I invest in you. And so and I know what investment that I put in you. Whether you're a person, whether you're a place, or your thing. I went and got my goat. I'm investing in my yard of protection. And I went and got the liquor for my it's all about reciprocity. How do you say you love something and you not willing to invest in? Demetri was texting me, I think that was the other day, because y'all know I'm a little blurred with the time. The other day, and was upgrading or investing in his graveyard work. Nobody, when you are about something, I had one people talking about, what if one of your children were gay? I will fuck you up about my gay child, about my straight child, about my bisexual child, about my virgin and S child. I won't give a damn what my child was sexually. It's my child. And I'm going to treat it as such. Why you feel that you have a right to devalue your child or devalue your business because you have a small business, and because the Bible says despise not small beginnings, and you sitting there because you ain't at a certain level where somebody is, and you constantly downplaying what God is giving you because you're too ignorant and too stupid to value that talent. God gave you something. Because you don't have 3 talents or 5 talents like somebody else, you're gonna bury your talent. And this is wrong with black people. You don't get it. I can never do the things you do to the people, the places, or the things you do, because I value my investment. I value my investment, my time, my energy, and my lives. This is why I come on here and I tell you guys what I'm going through. I'm transparent because I value your respect. I value the time that you take out to come on my lives and actually interact. I value the fact that whether it's a Cash App, a Zelle, whether it's a class, whether it's instant, or it's just saying, you know, Apostle Ela, I want to be a blessing to you. I want to assist you. I respect that investment. I'm trying to relate to you as a 51-year-old, soon to be 52-year-old. That if you're not willing to protect your investment, and you're not going to guard your investment, then why did you invest in the first place? Why would Natasha go through everything she's gone through and then let somebody dog walk her daughter? It makes no sense. When you put that kind of time and that kind of energy in your child, in your business. This is when my son was talking about the movie with Thor and how Hela was invested in Asgard. And while Thor was going off in the ship and leaving Arachidon to do what he was doing, Hela was willing to fight to the end. You can tell who really value their investment. You can tell. I don't care if it's in the tribe. I don't care if it's in the Elay. I don't care if it's, because I take great pride in being the matriarch of my family. I really do. It is important, y'all, that, and I was telling you, people watch how you treat people. Black lives should matter to black people before it matters to anybody else. This is why I was so upset, because you was mistreating me as a black person. I ain't did nothing to you. I'm trying to give black people in these ATRs an opportunity to learn real magic, real spirituality. But a lot of you have the mentality, oh, I can't do it, I let it go. Or, that's too much. How is it too much when it comes down to you? So that means you're going to say it's too much. But what scares me is if it was about another man or woman, you willing to give it all. You're willing to sacrifice it all. That don't make no sense to me. I would not give my time and energy. As people's like, my sister done told me, take it easy. I know you feel like Superman, but take it easy. That's what I am. I'm just going through. I'm just feeling myself on full. Don't worry, sister. I'm gonna get me some rest. That I'm gonna do. The mere fact that you don't understand what investment is, the mere fact that you got to be big to invest, I put you in different categories. My children ain't never had to beg me for no money. My children ain't had to beg me for my time. I communicated with my children as though they were paying bills in my house, and my kids don't pay bills in my house. Just like I do with my congregation. My congregation don't take care of me, but I used to keep them informed. But a lot of them in my email, I stopped telling them what was going on because them bitches didn't care about me. Most of the people in my congregation do not care about me. They care about what I can do for them. And so therefore, you don't care if I got to go to Miami. You don't care if I got to go to Tampa. You don't care if I have to go to Alaska. And you don't also care about what I had to go through to get what I got. Is there Hella was about that life she would exactly. And you know what? Hella not only was about that life, she embraced who she was. And her father was more of a hypocrite. Because he built it one way and he tried to act like he built it another. All I'm telling you guys, it's not in my hat. It's not in my presentation. If I'm going to do something and I'm going to put my time and energy, I am going to invest and I'm going to be having a certain expectation. I can't make you love yourself enough. Because I believe that a lot of the reason why we let people do the things we do, because it's not because I'm Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I love myself. Yes, my mama loved me. Yes, my sister loved me. Yes, my dad loves me. My family loves me on both sides. But nobody loved me better than I do. My children love me. But none of y'all love me more than I love me. And none of y'all love me more than the God that's on the inside of me love me. That's the reality. And if I will fight for you and your God and your ego, oh, I'm most certainly going to fight for me. I'm going to fight for my health. I'm going to fight for my wealth. I'm going to fight for my eyelids, my eyelashes, my lips. Anything that pertains to me, Samuel Jr., I'm going to fight for it. And I'm going to protect it. I don't understand how you want people to get up and fight for things and places and spaces pertaining to you, but you ain't willing to do it. I've been spending money to protect my grounds. Where it's been my son talking about He-Man with Grayskull. Why the fuck you won't fight for Grayskull when that's where your power come from? I don't have a restriction when it comes to what I need to protect. And I'm going to do what I need to do. And that's why it ended up taking care of me. And that's all I've been teaching on my platform. And that's all I teach you about magic. And how can your conjure be strong? How can your spirituality be as vibrant and as illuminated as mine when you don't even protect you? Number one, somebody got to drag you. Do you not know? And then let's just be real with y'all. The level of magic that I have the capacity of doing versus the level of investment that some people are willing to give, I'm top tier. I could get way more from my conjure, way more from my reading. I already know this. And when you got black people that don't even have what you have, are afraid of investing in themselves, but they don't want to attach that to their personal self-esteem. I did this to my sister one day, and I told her, because she think I spent too much money on my shoes and stuff like that. I asked her how much her tires cost on her car and what she spent on her car. So she told me how much she paid for her tires on her car. I said, you would spend all that money on a vehicle that ain't, if you fell on the floor, wasn't going to pick you up. I said, but you wouldn't spend $200 or $300 on a pair of shoes for your own feet that went out there to make that money? I don't understand how y'all disassociate that you would spend more money on a house than the house. I'm going to say that again because some of that went over y'all head. You would spend more money on a house than the house. Because this house ain't going to never say thank you to me. If I would spend $2,000 on this a month, sir and ma'am, I promise you I would spend that on this house and some. If I would pay to furnish this house, I'm damn sure going to pay to furnish this house. That's why I said that Christianity was a damage to the psyche of black people. Because the real magic and real spirituality is we are the microcosm of the universe. And the mere fact that you will go out here and work and bust your ass for a car, for a house, but you won't bust your ass for you. That's why you won't fight for you. That's why you won't protect you. That's why you can't make good decisions for you. You make good decisions for things. You make good decisions for places. And you make good things for people. But when it comes down to you, I don't have a situation. That's why I was not going to allow them young ladies to treat me the way they were attempting to treat me in that hospital. I wouldn't give a damn what I'm in there for. I could be in I could have AIDS, I can have chlamydia, I can have gonorrhea, I can have syphilis, I can be blind. You gonna treat me with dignity and respect. Because if this ain't what you want, you shouldn't be in this profession. You cannot have the proper attitude for the proper altitude when you lack self-esteem. And it's like I used to tell Minister Mario, I said, your parents fail you. Me and Minister Mario had some hard conversation, and I said a lot of things he did not like or agree with. And I told him one day, I said, somebody said something. I said, the mere fact you don't see that as a disrespect to you. Can I be honest with y'all? If I was a gay man and I was sucking dick a mile a minute, you're not gonna call me no dick sucker. And especially if I ain't never sucked your dick. I don't know how y'all let people tell you, talk to you, handle you. Why would I get crowned once, nonetheless getting crowned twice, and then let somebody walk over me? Especially a pussy ass RN. Why would you go get all that education and then turn around and play fool? Yeah, I need y'all to make it make sense. You want everybody in every ethnic group to show respect to you as a black man or black woman, but you don't have enough value in your own investment, in your own ache, your own energy, no less than your people. I wouldn't give a damn if my son did not have one dime. You're not going to mistreat my child. Correct him if he's wrong, but mistreat, those are two different things. Because you can correct him without mistreating him. You can assist him without mistreating him. You can even send him in another direction without mistreating him. I'm the type of person, if you want to get me, try to mistreat me. It's not going to end well for you. Not only do I have high regard for myself, I have high standards for myself. And I don't put my standards on nobody. And since I don't put my standards on nobody, ain't nobody going to lower my standards. You're not going to lower my bridge if I don't want your ass to get in this council. I don't understand that you sit here and listen at me stand up for myself every single day. You listen at my teaching that stand up for my black arts and my I deal with opposition in the church world. I deal with opposition in the ATRs. I deal with the opposition in the black arts. Because of how I feel about myself. I believe God chose me and picked me out and assigned me to do what I'm doing. And why would I take your opinion of me over the opinion of the divine mother and divine father? That's a self-esteem issue. You more concerned about upsetting man than you upsetting God. You more apt to try to make man look good and make God look bad. I'm sorry, I'm not there. I do real magic. I do real conjure. If I was in some of y'all situations, because y'all know I believe in not telling people what to do, there's no way that I would not be getting my coins together. I love me, and I'm not going to be left behind. I'm proactive in my life. You know why I'm proactive in my life? Because I love me so much. I don't want nothing to catch me off guard. And if I do get caught in a situation, I want the best possible outcome possible for me. That's why I get up early in the morning. That's why I do what I need to do, whether I feel like it or not. That has a lot to do with how you self-care and self-love for you. And people will see that. This is why I have the ability, and I have always had the ability, to either straighten people, because what I did for them bitches in that hospital before I left, I taught them how to treat me. You might not have started out treating me well, but you're going to learn today that I am not that Negro. And I don't understand, it's not a Sam Ely thing, it's not an apostle thing, it's a personal thing. Somewhere, somebody either did not invest in you, or something about your self-esteem that you had not put, nobody put a worthy investment in you, but to allow yourself to be in relationships with anybody, any person or thing, and be mistreated. For Elena to go to this height, to get a man in her life, to bring her that low, that means you didn't value your investment. That's why I tell people all the time, this is a personal journey. And I can't make you feel something about yourself. You got more, you will fight more about a cell phone or a pair of glasses than you would do the windows of your soul. Your brain is the greatest computer that God has given you on planet Earth. But you would try to jump in a volcano behind the brain of a cell phone. But you won't protect your mind. I need you to really understand why I'm able to get the outcomes that I get. And you trying to make it because I'm a chief apostle either. Or you trying to make, no, I have self-esteem. I have personal value. I have investment. Not only did my parents invest in my mom and my family, my spiritual dad. I have too many people, and plus my personal investment. And I'm willing to protect that with everything. I'm going to say that again. If I can find a liquor, a rum, for my Loa, my voodoo doll, and it was $300, I'm going to get it. If it was $500, I'm going to get it. If it was $1,000, I'm going to get it. If it was one bottle of liquor that going to get me what I want and get me where I want, who going to stop me from working my ass off to get that for them? I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand it. Even the opportunity, even the assets that you have. Why you, my mama said, why you pussyfooting around? Because you don't feel, and I'm telling you, you don't feel that way about yourself. Because if you did, you would not allow setting boundaries. And I don't care how many people talk on the internet about setting boundaries. You're not going to, either if you set boundaries, you're not going to reinforce them. The only person that going to reinforce a boundary is somebody that got self-esteem for themselves. Because if I say something to you and tell you not to do something and you do something, it's going to come consequences. And it's not because I'm Chief Apostle Samuel, it's because how I feel about me. When I took my reaches over to my Padrino, and when I got some of my stuff back, it was broken. Me and him would never have that argument again. We didn't have an argument then. He ain't even said nothing to me to this day. You don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Because I got self-esteem about myself. I don't care who you are and what you are to these ATR. Once you mistreat me or mishandle me in a certain type of way, I am going to make the adjustment because I know how I feel about me. And I can't tell Oya that I got respect for her and respect for the things that I have invested in. And I'm going to sit there and let you break my stuff and nobody going to give me an explanation and there going to be no consequences. You better get the fuck out of here. And I'm being transparent with y'all, even in my personal relationship. You not fit to talk to me any type of way without consequences. You not fit to handle me. And let me tell you something. My first wife, I love to this actual day. I'm to my heart. And the way she treated me, and I said to myself, I said, how you gonna say you love you and lay down with a woman that done said what she done said? It ain't had nothing to do with love, it ain't had nothing to do with infidelity. How you, as a person, gonna lay down with somebody? Because to lay down with her again is to be in agreement with what she said. Because if you got a real problem with what she did and how she treated you, then how could you be with her? I don't care how you feel about her. I'm not fit to be with nobody that mistreat me, devalue me, try to act like I'm not who I say I am. Because everybody grown, and this is the stuff you don't want to hear. You have a self-esteem problem. And I don't know if it's because your lack of knowledge of the investment or your lack of acknowledgement of self. Because it's Bible study. But to set boundaries that are conducive for your well-being and not to enforce those boundaries, it say everything I need. A lot of y'all think that men getting readings on y'all. No, they can tell by what you invest in and how you deal with that, what type of person you are. And that's why you get treated like you treat. You can buy all the Michael Kors you want to, the Gucci, Blackberry. It is not the things around you that earn you your value. It's what's on the inside of you. Because you can wear a Walmart jersey and get you some respect. You cannot be able to pray now prayer and get you some respect. You may come on here and say, oh my God, I love the way Apostle Ely functions. No, what you seeing is somebody that has a lot of self-esteem and value and self-care when it comes to him. And if I put this kind of time and I put this type of energy into my contract, this is why I tell you guys, if you serious, then it gonna show up in your Cash App. Yeah, I don't do, sir, ma'am, I don't do lip service. You will never get my attention without actions. I don't care who you are. I will put a perfect stranger over you that's coming to me with action, and you can be around me 50 years. Because if you're not willing to protect, invest, number one, and number two, and protect your investment, then you're not worth my time. Good evening, Ryan, my Libra in the house. I love my body. That's why I'm willing to fight for my body. I invested in this body. This is my temple. This is the temple of my God and all of my ego. And I ain't gonna let nobody destroy that. And you ain't in enough place. I don't care what behind your medical degree. I don't care about. I'm not gonna let nobody from the judicial system to destroy this body. You know why? Because God gave me this. You shouldn't let anybody put anything in your head. You don't even love yourself enough to study to show yourself approved. A workman that need not to be ashamed, rightly dividing. You don't even care enough that you are informed about the things that you are claiming to partake in. I told one young lady, I said, listen, I ain't trying to be offensive to you. I said, but there's no way that I would have allowed somebody to play me for 17 years. I said, it don't, when you are an investor and you about your real life, there's only so far somebody gonna be able to take you till you figure out they with the shits. You don't need to date somebody 6 or 9 years, or 9 months to figure out whether they serious about that. Because anybody that's investing in you and protect their investment, this is why you always go back to the story about Rachel. Rachel watched Jacob invest to get her. And not only will he invest it, he was willing to protect that investment. Because he did not move out of place until he could provide for his investment. If you want to know why I know so much and I know who's serious and who ain't serious, I watch how you invest. I watch how you operate. I watch the bullshit you say out your mouth. Because if it does not follow in action, it means nothing to me. I am Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I'm 51 years old, not 15. I've been doing content since I was a child. And when I want results from my spirit, that's why I invest. And after I invest it, I protect it. I make sure that my kids have access to me. So if they want to have conversation with me and say, Dad, can I ask you this or run this by you? That my children has an access to a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I still don't make decisions for them, but I make sure that I'm comfortable with the way that they're processing information, because that's still my investment. If my children have a conversation, and some of my kids on here, you cannot have a stupid conversation with me as my child. Because the first person going to tell you that was the dumbest shit I heard is me. And you going to explain to me how you came to your conclusion. See, you don't have a conversation in my family. And my mom was not like that. Where did you get that from? How did you come to that conclusion? You know how my mom know that I'm smart? Because she made sure I was. You know how my mama know that my sister's smart? Because she made sure. You cannot talk stupid shit around me. And I love you. If I care about you, you can't be stupid. You gonna run that by me again. Come again? And how did you come to that conclusion? And why did you think that was smart? And my son on that with 100. And I love my kids, but I'll let my children. And the older you are, older as you is, I told my other son, I said, and what did you go to college for? What were we investing in your college for? For you to be stupid and you not processing certain, and you came to a conclusion with no research? Nah, that's not acceptable in my world. I refuse to leave here today or tomorrow and my sons cannot function as men. That my sons cannot think and process correctly. That my sons don't have enough value in themselves to not let somebody mistreat them because they got a piece of pussy and some nipples. I took my son, and my son on here tell you, I took my son to the hospital. I say, if you ever lose your mind, I say it's brand new pussy being born every day. You do not lose your mind over some old pussy. Fresh every day. Brand new, untouched, undrolled pussy coming to the earth. Do not lose your scruples. Now, you might not talk to your kids like that. And you will tell your children that this is a cold world, but you ain't prepared them for the winter. That means that you don't protect your investment. I don't tell my kids lies. I don't tell my kids what it is and what it ain't. I tell them the truth about people, places, and things, depending on what they want. My apostle, I'm glad to see you back in 1,000. And I just had this blood. I ain't even had it 24 hours. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody has a different definition of love. But if I say I care about you, ask anybody that ever did a consultation with me, anybody, I believe that you pay me to tell you the truth. I believe that you invest in me because you want real conscience. I believe that you take my counsel because you know that I have your best interest at heart. That is my point of being who I am and what I am. And when it comes down to my investment in you and my time in you, I feel that I'm not wasting my time. Because some of y'all text me and some of y'all tell me that, and then I say, well, somebody getting it. Mother Susan is 68 years old. And when she say stupid shit out of her mouth, I straighten her. She's 68 years old, same age as my mother. You is not going to have a stupid conversation with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I don't care if you graduated and you ain't graduated from elementary school. We're not. What we're going to do is learn. And we're going to learn how to learn. And how to interpret. And how to come to a conclusion. How to comprehend. Because if I care about you, I want to see you do better. If I take out my time, Bo can tell you, I've had private conversation with him. I've called him up, asked him did he have time to talk. Because when I care about you, I want your head in the game. I want you thinking correctly for you, not for me. Because I want you to succeed whether I benefited off of you or not. Because some of y'all call y'all investment only for those people that you feel like you can get something from. I feel that a part of my job is to help my melanated brothers and sisters. So no, I can't teach you the secrets of the ATR, but I can teach you universal laws. I can teach you how to stand up for yourself and understand why you should be standing up for yourself. Instead of some of these spiritually getting mad with me, is that my Pisces goddess? Yes, that's her. Instead of you mad with me because I don't settle for wooden nickels, you should be asking yourself why you getting wooden nickels. Instead of you being envious and jealous of me and my platform, you need to be asking yourself, since you say you got a better gift than me and you greater than me and all that, because guess what? That's what you got to prove. But there's no way that I would put this kind of money in my time in Ocha and Santeria and Lukumi and then let somebody mistreat me. I wouldn't give a damn if I wasn't crowned. I'm not. Let me tell y'all something. If I wasn't scratched, you ain't gonna mistreat me. If I wasn't initiated, you weren't gonna mistreat me. I don't care if I didn't have a job in nobody company. I promise you, sir. I'm not saying this because of who I am. I'm telling you how I am. Because I was talking like this before I left my mama's house. And I want to try to work on the pie train. How you feel about you got all to do with you. That's why you don't have no self-esteem. That's why you cannot elevate. You the one think you ain't worthy. That's y'all business. Because if I want to cook, if I want to go get to a gourmet restaurant or a bakery and pay $100 for a cookie, that's what I'm going to do. My mouth deserve it. My digestive system deserve it. My taste bud deserve it. And my asshole deserve it. And I'm hoping that the bakery worthy of that $100 that I spent to get that cookie. I'm not asking you to be Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I just asking you to stop lying to yourself about why you can't stand up for yourself and why you can't stand up. And I don't care if it's at a car wash. I don't care if it's at a laundromat. The reason why that I get treated better by racist people because they know I'm not going to put up with their bullshit and I don't need them to change who they are. You always think somebody got to change. That's the man got to change, the woman got to change, the job got to change, the kids. Ain't nobody got to change. You need to figure out who the hell you is and what you're going to allow in your reality. Because you're not doing it over here. I wouldn't care. Listen, I had a football player give $35,000. Every time he got a check, he would give me $35,000. I told him where he could stick his money. You don't give me enough money to disrespect me. You don't give me enough money to talk to me crazy. You don't give me enough money to think you gonna dictate my life and who I'm gonna be around because you gave me a couple dollars. I'm the type of Negro will show you because I am who I am because of the anointing. I was able to do what I did for you because of the anointing. And I'm not exchanging that for nothing. And if you can't respect that, you can get the fuck on. You're going to get hurt trying to bring down my self-esteem. You're going to hurt yourself while you up here trying to deal with how I feel about me. Because you don't feel that way about you. And you going to let other people treat you like that. That's y'all business. I don't care if you the super, I don't care. The super UPS 30 years. The way them other ones let them talk to them and treat them. I have supervisor, he done cussed out Mario. Mario getting a custom match with him. He ain't never cussed me out. I wish he would. And I want y'all to look at me real good. Because I want you to look at me real good. It ain't because I got muscles all over. I don't walk around with a pistol. My dad wasn't no big man. I'm bigger than him. But he wasn't no big man. And I didn't see my daddy get pushed around. I wouldn't give a damn if you was 7'9". You could be a Goliath. You're not sitting your nuts in my face. You're not teabagging me. You don't have no self-respect for yourself. And then you got the nerve not to go. You might got the nerve not to fight what came out your pussy. All I ever heard my grandma say, them mine. All I ever heard my mama say, them mine. She ain't say mine, she said mine. How you ain't gonna fight what came out your pussy? How you ain't gonna fight for what came out your dick hole? And that you are replicating it on earth. How you gonna let your child get out there and be stupid? I told my son to tell my family, I come from a drug background. I ain't ashamed of it. My kids know it and all. I don't hide nothing. I told them, go sell drugs. Let me find out you selling drugs. I'm your #1 informer. I said, as hard as I have worked and got out here and slaved on a truck to make sure and provide for you, and you gonna go sell drugs, I said, I'm not gonna let the county, I'm not gonna let the federal government have all the fun. Since I worked that hard for your ass, I'm gonna help them put you behind bars because you're my investment. And if I'm gonna throw away my investment, I'm gonna throw it away. Not the government. I told my kids in my face, if I ever hear, see, smell that you selling drugs, hard as I don't work, I'm gonna put your ass under. Cause you my investment. And why walk around here? I said you can have anything and you don't have everything you want, and I ain't had to sell no drugs. Now I did do spiritual work for drug dealers. It's not the same. But sell drugs? No. Look down on people that sell drugs? No. I said for me and mine. Because I done showed them a different way. And I don't want that stress on them or me. And when you care about your investment, the Bible say train up a child in the way she go. Then you should know how your child walking. And you should be the first one to recognize with your child walking crooked. When my kids were in there breaking in and doing all kind of robbery and stuff, them people had to look for their parent. I went to them businesses, and I spoke up, and my kids ain't never. I always apologize for my children, just like I apologize to people that have been hurt in the church. How you gonna invest in something you don't feel responsible? How? When I talk about my baby Scorpio, when I talk about my baby Storm, when I call you my Pisces or my Taurus, or I call her, that's because I feel my investment. Why don't it bother you? And I'm talking about bother you enough where you're taking action. When I found out my son got stabbed, he don't have to kill that motherfucker. I'm going to do it. I'm not righteous. I get it right. Don't look for me. Because if you mess with my son, and it ain't my fault that you did not know that he come from Asgard. Bitch, I'm Odin. Because I'm coming for mine. When Thor went down to the Frost Giants, Odin was in another realm in Asgard. When he found out that his son was down there with them Frost Giants, he came. I don't understand why you ain't showing up for your investment. You make it make sense to me. Why you ain't showing up? Why you ain't present? And when your investment get in trouble, I tell my children, one thing about my kids, if I tell my kids to move out the way, they moving out the way. Because I'm taking over at that point. Because this is above your head. You ain't got to fight that battle. I'm going to fight it. Because you mine. And I'm like that with people. I'm like that with places. And I'm like that with things. If I have ever took out time with you, if I ever text you, you ain't paid me for that conversation. Because I value my investment in our relationship. I don't just haphazardly talk to people. Half of y'all don't know I'm a sociable person, but at home I don't like to be bothered. I'm a lot like my mom. I really don't like to be bothered. And I don't like people touching my stuff unless I want to be touched. If you get my drift. I am making it plain. I'm making it clear. Stop allowing people to treat you a certain type of way because they have certain prejudice. It starts with the smallest of things. Before you get to the big things and want to be a Malcolm X, and before you want to be a Martin Luther King, you got to start with the small things. That's from down to the waitress. That's down to the car wash man. You just don't wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm tired of people talking to me like this. That's why I don't deal with the stuff that all these spiritual... First of all, I'm not going to put up with it. I'm just not going to simply put up with it. Because I don't have to. Because I'm not afraid to work for me. I'm not afraid to get off my ass and do what I need to do for me. I'm not looking for nobody else to do nothing. If you help me, fine. If you don't help me, fine. I'm just here to prove that you don't have it for yourself the way you say you have it. And then when you get mistreated by other people, understand that you allowed that mistreatment. Because if you had any dignity about yourself, if you had any self-respect about yourself, if you had any value about it, that's why I can tell you clearly that I'm a whore. This is why I can tell you that I like orgies. But ain't nobody finna walk and call me a whore. I have a friend of mine, and that's all she did was trick. But you know, I don't care how many men that woman slept with. I never heard any one of the men call her a whore. You got men that ain't never slept with you a day in their life calling you a whore. Because it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. When you demand respect, it don't matter what you're doing. People give you the lack of respect or the respect, depending on how you feel about you. You would never devalue me because you caught me butt naked in an orgy. Because I'm still chief apostle, bitch. And I will call fire down from heaven on your ass while I'm busting somebody down. Because my power is inside my body. Who taught you to love you? Who was an example of what love is and what respect? I don't understand it. But I understand that you didn't grow up the way that I did. But I'm telling you why I reinforce certain things. Why I value certain things. If I say I'm your friend, I'm your friend. You ain't got to never worry about me doing nothing to you or your children. If I say I got you, that's what I mean. That's whether I'm doing good or whether I'm doing bad. If you want to support me, show me how real you can take care of yourself. Because the real chief apostle, I don't expect nobody to do something for me that they don't do for themselves. If you're not standing up for you, why would you stand up for me? If you won't clean up your own house, why would you clean up the church? And then people get offended when I say stuff. If you had any value for anything of my investment, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing. You're showing me you don't give a fuck about what I'm doing by the way you treat it. So, excuse me if I don't take you serious. Ain't that what a parent will do if they buy a child a bicycle and they want that child to tear that bicycle up? That mean that child don't have no respect for your investment. What if that parent put everything in that child room, in that bedroom that child wants? You watching how that child is responding to those items, and you learning in real time how your child gonna respect or not respect your investment. Protecting is a mindset. Ask yourself why you gave Leroy your pussy. Instead of talking about how much a dog Leroy is, explain to us, how did Leroy get your pussy? If you such a good woman, and sir, if you gay, why did Ralph raw dog you and spin your insides around like spaghetti? But now he's a dog ass nigga and he community dick. How did he get your cornhole, sir? Explain to me, why did you bend over or lay on your back and allow Ralph to do you like that when you claim to love yourself so much? You don't think you deserve something better than community dick? If not, no problem. But you ain't got no business out there talking about Ralph. You trying to hurt people because you lack self-esteem? You trying to hurt people because you don't like who you are? My uncle told me a long time ago, he said, if you shame her, don't do it. Y'all know why I talk about it? Because I ain't shaming nothing I done done. And hopefully I can do some more. And now that I got 100% blood, oh my God, now my blood can flow all the way through my nipples. I thought I had sensation before. I'm just so curious of how the tingling is going to go, because I didn't even know I was 5.4 in hemoglobin. So, you know, in order for us to get aroused and get all stimulated, it's about the blood flow. So I got some extra, some ounces inside of me. So I want to know who's going to tickle me Elmo. And when I mean that, stop going around here expecting all these other people outside of us to show it. And when they see that valuable people, honest people are for you and people got your best interest, and they see you not investing, you done told them everything you need to know. How you can invest over here and you ain't getting nothing out, but you don't want to invest over here, and you won't do your 100 over here. I was not in the hospital being uppity. I want y'all to be very clear. Huh? Because if I were being uppity, who I really am, I'd have told them bitches some other stuff. What I was witnessing with them in real time, their lack of respect of who I was and their lack of treatment of me. And I'm not put up off of that from nobody. And I hope today, I hope Elena sees this. I hope that if you gonna do all of that, I mean, Natasha's daughter is, I told her she's exotic in beauty. She's a very beautiful girl. Her mama pretty, but her daughter, and the investment, I'm looking, if you put that kind of time in, if something go on with your daughter, I'm looking for you to nuclear war they ass. That if you don't fight for your investment, it say everything. I don't run my kids down to give them certain things, but when my children come to me, I give them what they need and what they can handle based off their age and background and temperament. My house proves that I value my house because of my investment. My church proves I value my Orishas, how I invest in them, my voodoo. Everybody know I'm serious about my magic because they can see it in my investment. When you put that bullshit, that's why you dollar yourself to death. And that's your business. But don't expect me to settle for that. Because based off my investment, the way you do Leroy, way you do Kyle, way you do Timothy, you better not try that shit with me. I don't care how nasty you is. You better bring me a clean plate. Huh? I don't care if you don't work on the pie train. You better bring me an offering. I don't tolerate stuff off of people. And I ain't just got like that because I'm in my 50s. I don't tolerate that off of nobody. My mama was stingy. And I come from a family of means. And my mama stingy. I ain't put that with her. I told her, either you get it or grandma get it. I'm still gonna get it. People, you only want that because it costs this. You can have every excuse. What's wrong with them shoes over there? I don't want them. The only reason why you want them shoes because they cost all that money. Mama, you need to bring your blood pressure down. Either you gonna get these, you can give me your credit card, you ain't even gotta sign it. Or I'm gonna come back later and I'm getting these same shoes. I wouldn't even let my mother. And when I tell y'all my mama did not play the radio, I told y'all how many times she whooped my ass. But when it came down to her trying to give me stuff I did not want to wear, I'll take that ass whooping. Because I'm going to tell your mama on you. And I'm going to still get them same shoes. You talking about, I'm like that. I was like that. My son, ain't nobody going to mistreat my sons because I made sure my kids had value. And they boys. They know how to be treated. My kids, I ain't never talking about what they wasn't good enough for. Any store, I wanted to walk in and buy my kids clothes. Or they buy their shoes, they draw. I remember my son, my elder son, I think he's still here. He wanted a watch. And he was talking about $100. And I don't know what he had did, something. I think something he did good. I can't never tell about my oldest. Sometimes he be doing right, sometimes he doing wrong. But I took him to the watch store. And I spent a pretty penny on him a watch. My kids are used to stuff. Because I don't want nobody out here mistreating you behind a pair of shoes, a pair of this and that there. I did that before they left home. And I still, my kids come around, I still pay for my children. My kids do not spend money on me. And my kids do not spend money on themselves, on me. I pay for everything. Because they are my investment. I don't know how you feel about yours. I don't know how you feel about your squad. I don't know how you feel about your mama, your sister. Ask my sister. Everywhere in my sister, me and my sister go, I pay for it. I love who I love. I'm good to who I'm good to. And if you don't want to treat me like I deserve to be treated, you can fuck off. I can miss all of that. If you want to be over here where it come down to real conjure, real mysticism, real magic, but you out here trying to dollar me to death, you ain't gonna never get that out of me. Because I know my value. And I give you what I want to give you. Because if you really value what I've got out here, you would have been invested. You would not be around here playing games. You would not be double dutching. Yes, I had it. They've been doing good at it. My kids don't have no reason to be jealous of nobody. And if my kids were doing right by me and doing better by me right now, I'd do more for them now. And they grown. But I got something. You want to be independent? Be independent. You want to be your own man? Be your own man. You saving me time and money. I remember my son first got his credit card. He was so itching to use the credit. So he said, Dad, I got it. I said, son, you won't have plenty of time to use that credit card. Put your card up. I got this. You've been swiping my card. Why stop now? That's how I talk to my son. If they call, my kids call me and say, Dad, can I get XYZ? But if they, and one thing I give my sons this, if they ask me to borrow something, they pay me back. But the most time they just ask me for it. Dad, you got this, that. Because I told them, don't be out there making stupid moves because you need a couple dollars. Call me and give me advance notice unless it's an emergency. But that's how I teach to my kids. Don't be out there being stupid. And don't be under there talking about you hungry, that's why you suck somebody's dick. Ask my son to tell. That's how I talk to my kids. You out here doing strange things for some change. You nigga, you could have called me. You wanted to do that. Because you could have called me and I could have sent you that money. You ain't got no reason by being my child out there pulling shenanigans. Not by no couple dollars. I get paid every week. Thankfully, I was raised around a close-knit family. I know it'll teach you to appreciate. I hope if you got it like that and people treating you like that, I hope you really appreciate that and value and protect that. Because a lot of these people do not have that. And I might seem strange to you, and I might seem far out to you, how I talk and whatever. But I do not play about my loved ones. I do not play about my tribe. I do not play about anybody concerning me. And I'm a genuine person. If I have ever told you I got it for you like that, I mean that. And if I fall short, I will make up for it. I'm a very genuine person. Because I don't have no reason to lie. You ain't got that kind of money or that kind of time. My son coming. I really appreciate y'all for seeing about me, being supportive through my process of my blood transfusion. It was I don't like needles, but I wish, because of the fact they were black people in service of me, I just wish they would have treated me a lot better. I don't need people to do something for me that they don't do for themselves, but I did deserve to have decent treatment in that particular hospital. And so therefore, because I didn't, I'm going to be retaliatory. I'm a get back person. I can't let it go. And I ain't going to let it go. If I could let it go, I would let it go. I'm not that type of person. You do something to me, I'm going to do something to you. That's just how I am. I'm going to the answers with all that. My children, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me check, see if anybody needed anything done before I leave. Oh, Monique, I just seen that. You sent me an early birthday, all right, crab cakes. I got a little tear. Happy birthday, early birthday, Pops. Love you. Thank you. Y'all can tell that it's a decent offering because of the way I'm smiling. Thank you for the early the early birthday. She said, she told me earlier, she said, I got to get this out of my hand because I don't want nothing interfering. But I really appreciate the early birthday gift. and I will spend it well. I will make it worth your giving and sacrifice. I thought that was funny, but I appreciate whatever people do for me. But I want to say thank you, because I just saw that on Hump Day. That was cute. I appreciate it. All right, I think I got everybody. Once again, in honor of my Fedi from Babalu Ayes, St. Lazarus, who's my father in Ocha and also in Voodoo, and also in Santeria. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, hit those share. If you think this is necessary, this can help somebody, comment under the videos. Take out some time and comment what these videos do for you, or the information do for you. You don't have to say it the way I say it. You don't have to function the way I function. But at the end of the day, you need to learn how to stand up for you. And nobody can make you do that. That's something you got to do for yourself. So, thank you guys once again. I sent to you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Stormy. I got to go through my phone. Y'all know I've been home. I really appreciate. Sister Calvina sent me a birthday gift to my house. I know some of y'all be asking for my address. I just can't give out my address like that. So it is safer to send Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle me when it comes down there. And I'm just saying, to get it's so much easier and safer, because if I'm telling you, if I don't like something, I'm gonna say it, and without getting your feeling hurt. And I shop a lot. So you don't really know what I get into, and I'm a Sagittarius, so I get into a lot of things. If you can tell my hairdressers and stuff, I do the extreme. And sometimes people feel like they got a certain level of taste. It's safer and it's more enjoyable if you help me celebrate my birthday by just giving what you can, versus actually trying to buy me something and purchase for me when you know that your economics is not there. And so, no, I do have a church. The church address is 822 Orange Avenue. But the reason I'm saying that, because a lot of times I'm not there but once day a week, or sometimes if I'm off from work, I may go by the church. So if something is delivered there, it could be sitting there for a minute. Hey, T Carter, I just see her come in. My Scorpio, sexy lady. Thank you. But I just tell people I be honest with people. I'm finicky. I like certain things a certain type of way, and so not to offend people. If somebody want to do something, do. If you don't, it's still fine. But it's easier to do things that especially where I'm headed now, and I'm 52 years old. My life is changing drastically. I'm about to retire from UPS, and I'm seeing the life a lot different. I'm intending to win in these ATRs, and I'm hoping that many of you guys are on this journey with me. And somewhere you have learned that it's better to invest in me and let me do me for you, because if I get involved, I'm going to, because I believe in getting the best. And nickel and diamond me, it's gonna piss me off. I'm just being straight up with you. If I can read really well, I know who have and I know who don't. And when you try to shortchange me or try to nickel and dime me, it's really me fuck you. That's really, I'm a Sag. I don't care anyway, because I'm gonna get what I want anyway. But when people try to play me, or you think you all that I'm just gonna do this, save your time, your energy, and your resources, because I don't need it. I'm gonna get whatever God got for me. It done been proven up to 51. I'm about to be 52. Why would God stop now? I don't have to kiss nobody's ass unless I want to. And I have kissed some ass, and I wanted to. All right. Love you. See you.